one really was good. You know what I'm saying? And
Oh, got some people here.
oh yeah, I got because I'm my sophistication has gone up just a bit. You know what I'm saying? Because now I announce the shows. You feel me? And after this, we're gonna get the clips out, and things are coming along. Also, I got the membership programs. I'm launching them tomorrow officially.
Nice.
So yeah, so we got that going. It'll be we got three tiers. We got the hero tier, the
Oh,
superhero tier, and the super duper hero tier. You know what I'm saying? We hitting them at all levels. You feel me? Even if you can only do it at a small level, you still a hero. You feel me? But in addition to, obviously like access to exclusive content and cool stuff like that will be part of the tiers will be helping us to put stuff like this together. Who should we bring on as we get more sophisticated and we're able to just grow the channel out? It'd be cool for the audience to give us, just a little bit of direction, give us some critique, sit in and talk about, hey, how, maybe what can we do with this show? Might we be able to raise some money for something, stuff like that. And then what I'm really excited about, which would be the super duper tier, with a super duper hero tier, is we'll start off with monthly meetings, but as we pick up, we'll probably do them weekly. Come together and figure out how we can impact some change in communities. It could be helping to push something through city council to get some ramps made, maybe in a place where there aren't enough, getting a park fixed up, roads fixed up, getting some type of a job opportunities, extracurricular education opportunities, stuff like that. That's what we're going to be doing with the membership program. And we're launching it tomorrow. So I'm very excited about it because it's cool to just be like, all right, we're not just doing some entertainment, but maybe we can make an impact. You feel me? So, yeah.
into it, man. I like the super duper hero tier. That shit sounds like it's gonna be worthwhile.
Oh, it's going to be badass, man. And we're going to make it worthwhile. You feel me? So, but first, man, how was Portugal? Because you were just there. My man's is Portuguese. You feel me? So you were just there, and I mean, I still have yet to be out of the country. I've been all over the U.S. So, well, a lot of places in the U.S. But Portugal has always just seemed one. It's not like super advertised, but it just seems like it just has a culture and kind of a feel to it. You know what I mean? Like it seems like a beautiful place.
So I have a weird relationship with Portugal and Portuguese people in general. I'm a
Yeah.
very Portuguese person. Don't always love Portuguese people, man.
you
But
you would dine. You would dine.
yeah, maybe. I don't even know if it's that. I think I'm just easily annoyed by rude people.
Yeah.
Portuguese people are very rude sometimes, but my family is not from the mainland, like connected to Europe. They're from the Azores, the Azorian Islands, the Azores, specifically the island of San Miguel. So it was cool to go, and it's like beautiful. It's a lot of people refer to it as like the Hawaii of Europe.
Mm.
Out in the middle of the ocean, it's like very tropical, small island. It rains pretty regularly there. It's pretty humid, but all these tropical fruits and plants grow there and all this stuff. It's a beautiful place.
Is it like where the Canary Islands around there?
I think it's further north than that, but
Yeah.
I'm terrible with a map. I don't know. It's probably like a thousand miles off the coast of Portugal, something like that.
Yeah. And we're
Um,
fucking Americans, so our sense of direction is all, like what the fuck is a kilometer type of deal.
yeah, I was
You know
gonna
what I mean?
say, man, it might
Or
be 1,000 kilometers. What the hell do I
yeah,
know?
yeah, the I mean, who knows? That's so fucking stupid. How like we're the like, no, we will not conform to what the rest of the world uses.
Yeah, because
But
then our people will leave us and go to other countries and realize that there are better opportunities out there.
yeah, well then America just wouldn't be quite as exceptional now, would it? If we weren't different like that. We got Galvatron in the building. Hello, what's up, nerds? And tonight we
Woo.
got some fun stuff to go over. We got some trailers that we gonna look at. Some news for some new shows. We got the Emmy nominations list. Some of these shows I've seen, a lot of them I haven't. And I think that that's one of the fun things that we'll be able to do with this show is just like discover a whole bunch of random stuff that we didn't even know was good. It's like music. There's always more. So first, man, what are your thoughts on the Ahsoka series? Maybe talk a little bit about Dave Filoni. You know what I'm saying? Um,
So I gotta say, man, I'm really enjoying Ahsoka as somebody who didn't watch either the Clone Wars or Rebels. I've seen a few episodes here and there, but to still be able to get some joy and satisfaction out of the series, understanding like the pertinent points you need to know from those shows is important, sure. But having not watched them and still getting like some real strong emotional resonance out of some of these scenes, I feel like each and every episode gets better and better. This
Mhm.
last one on Tuesday night, I don't know if we're doing spoilers or what. I think we'll avoid them for now, but it was hands down the best episode. I don't think it's any secret that it features a return of a very prominent Star Wars figure for a couple of very, very cool scenes.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the hell out of it, man. I'm excited to see how it wraps up. The end of this last episode was a little like I was like, is this really just what happened? Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Okay, this is
Yeah.
like fairy tale shit right now, but I'm with it. I mean, the Force is basically one big fairy tale, but yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
curious to see how they wrap this up.
Yeah, definitely. And I guess I don't know if y'all mind the spoilers if y'all have seen it or not. You know what I'm saying? But we're not quite on a. I got some stuff pulled up. Maybe we'll save it. But I do kind of want to talk a little bit about, if you'd like, what you thought the whole thing was. In terms of like what her lesson was. You know what I'm saying? Like what she had to learn, because basically, look, if we gonna do a little bit of spoilers, but we'll try our best to. I mean, screw it, whatever.
We'll talk very broadly about the theme of what
Yes.
Ahsoka experiences in this episode. I don't want to take away any of the cool details and ruin it for people because some people in the chat are saying they're going to watch it this week. But
Okay, cool. All right, awesome. Well then, yeah, we won't do too much spoilers. I
yeah,
think, yeah, definitely the
the
theme.
the
The,
broad theme of Ahsoka versus this person in this episode
yes.
is the idea of forgiving oneself and choosing to give yourself permission to live a full life after the fact and not carry around guilt and shame over some kind of shortcoming or mistake you made in the past. That's really
Yeah.
the theme of it. It's beautifully done
Hmm.
visually as well. Um, the whole sequence in which they're able to tell that story, it's a little muddy. And I think it's done that way on purpose. And I hope they never really clarify like what exactly it is happened to Ahsoka in that sequence.
Hmm.
I think it's really beautiful though, and the returning actor, whew, goddamn, it goes to
Yeah,
show
that
what
was
that person
nice.
can do with some good dialogue for a change.
Yeah, definitely. Because that was one of the bigger criticisms that he had, is that him and his acting. But the dialogue was good. The return was nice, and again, the theme was good. And I think that that's one of the coolest things about, just storytelling. And I think that we overlook how much almost everything about our society is storytelling in some form or fashion. Marketing, advertising, giving you an idea of what you will get if you purchase this, if you go here, if you think in a certain type of way. We're always looking at stories, and those stories influence how we handle life. So that was definitely a really solid theme of the episode, like you pointed out. Really being able to live by moving towards the future, like you said, not being too caught up in what's behind you, being able to accept, like you said, mistakes, or not even always mistakes, just maybe disappointments. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? Things that maybe were out of your control. Sometimes we go through stuff and we're like, why the hell did that even? It never makes sense. Some things never make too much sense, but you got to pick up and keep on moving forward. So yeah, we won't do too many spoilers. You know what I'm saying? But I
Yeah.
will. Let's move. Man, I'm on like episode 5 of Andor. Yo, how many? I don't know how many y'all in the chat right now have seen Andor, but I think it is excellent. And it's like, because like Ahsoka, obviously that's more of the mystical, like you're showing, and a lot of the time in Star Wars, you get to see, these super powerful beings who make the Empire soldiers look like nothing. But in all of these shows, they have really good actors. They got Rosario Dawson playing Ahsoka, and then but in Andor, they got the dude who plays the Harkonnen dude in Dune. I don't remember his name. He's the main antagonist in the first couple of Dune novels. He's in it. The Andor guy, he was a star in Narcos. He played Felix Gallardo. There's a bunch of people in this thing. Like if you saw him, like, oh yeah, I know who that is. I know who that is. One of the actors from what was the Game of Thrones is in there. And it's like interesting because they show, like, they even have like toxic work culture in this. Like you kind of see like this, but it's interesting because it shows it's very political. You know what I'm saying? Like it shows like how things work, like how people kind of have to deal with always being watched. being betrayed by people who they trusted because everybody's afraid. You know what I'm saying? And then they show scenes of like the, like Imperial guards and stuff like that, coming through basically terrorizing towns. And and then they show like in the like a Empire Hall where everybody's just like cutthroat competition with each other. You know what I'm saying? To where it's like, it's just good. It's just well written, man. Yeah, you
Yeah,
gotta
I
watch it.
I unfortunately fell asleep during the first episode. It didn't hook me for whatever reason. I know I have to rewatch it, but everybody I've talked to who's watched it, they just like the fact that it's a Star Wars story set in the world where it's not about like Darth Vader or any Skywalkers or any Force users for that matter. It's like a good deep dive look into what the culture is and how the people are kind of like responding to it a little bit when they transition from the Empire to the New Republic, the New
Mhm.
Republic to the First Order. I'm not sure exactly when it's set. I think it's a little after Return of the Jedi, but
Yeah. Well, no,
it,
I think well, yeah, Andor. Now Andor set Palpatine's still the Emperor.
oh shit, okay.
He's still the Emperor because they're trying to, yeah, that's he's still the Emperor. So it's like right before he goes down. I think like when the Rebel Alliance, but it's just well written. So I you got to check that out. I definitely encourage it. And did you see hold up, there's some like some actors for the director for Deadpool 3, they're going to make a Star Wars movie.
Everyone has been announced to be making a Star Wars movie in the last 5 years, and like literally 80% of them get axed like a year later. Like they never come to fruition.
Why do you think that is? To just too complicated, too many hands in the pot?
I think yeah, I think that's a part of it. I think the other part of it is like, and this isn't me Kathleen Kennedy bashing, so please don't take like what I'm about to say as like me saying I'm on your side. Kathleen Kennedy, for all her, she does some good things, but she does have faults. I think one of her faults is she's quick to announce projects solely for the sake of headlines. Like just to be able to say, hey, you know that hot movie you're excited about? We're excited about it too. So much that we're giving that person a Star Wars movie. And it's like, dude, could you guys just like talk about it behind the scenes for a little fucking bit and get some kind of wheels in production in motion and then announce it so that we have a reason to get excited instead of you guys just announcing 5, 6, 7. Like, what the fuck happened to Taika Waititi's Star Wars project? Is that still gonna happen? Probably not. There's like 15 other. What the hell happened to Homeboys? What's his name? I hate him. The guy who made fucking Last Skywalker. Ryan
Um,
Johnson, isn't he going to get to direct the trilogy? Isn't Colin Trevorrow going to get some kind of solo movie? Like I've heard so many people get announced to have to direct, or they're going to get to direct a Star Wars film, and none of them have come to fruition at all. Blame COVID all you want to delay it. I think these things wouldn't have got off the ground regardless. Kathleen Kennedy is a headlines whore. I think. Excuse my
yeah,
language.
yeah. Well, I what I've seen, a lot of criticism with Kathleen Kennedy is that she doesn't really care that much about the canon, or that she's always at odds with George Lucas. But then at the same time, like, I like Star Wars, but I wouldn't consider myself a super fan because oftentimes, like, the fans get mad at stuff, and it's like I'll see it, and it's like, why were you mad at this?
I mean,
Like
Star Wars fans do like to have an excuse to be mad at anything. Let's be real.
yeah, because I've seen stuff and be like, this is pretty cool. I kind of like this. Like, what was the big deal? But hey, I guess when you go against the canon, though,
Yeah, that's the thing, man. For so long, there was nothing. After Empire Strikes, excuse me, after Return of the Jedi, there was nothing for so long, and they had all this established extended universe canon, and the books and the comics and the video games and all this stuff. And then it was like Disney bought it, and they were like, "Hey, you know that stuff you've loved that's kept this franchise afloat over the last 30 years? Yeah, it's not really the story anymore. It's legends continuity now. And
and
we'll
there's just,
probably borrow some stuff from that occasionally and make you really upset about how we choose to borrow it. And yeah, suck it, nerds.
and there's just so and two, there's just like there's so much more to the Star Wars story, than just the Skywalkers. So I understand why people didn't like the, you know what I'm saying, didn't like the sequels because I thought honestly the storyline But when Palpatine came back, that just ruined it for me.
Yeah, that's what Kathleen Kennedy really deserves a kick in the nads about, in my
Yeah.
opinion, is they went into that sequel trilogy thinking like we could do it like the original trilogy, where there was no big long-term continuity or plan. It was just like, oh, we got for another one. Oh, and another one. Okay, we're just gonna do it like that. Even though you know it was gonna be a trilogy, there was no continuity planning between the three films or the directors or the creative people on each of those films. And when they got J.J. Abrams back in the third one, after all sorts of production issues with I don't know who Trevorrow's script, I guess. And by the way, what a bad movie. That's the only Star Wars movie that I've audibly cackled during. Like
Yeah.
theater full, opening night, some shit happened, they kiss or whatever. I fucking lost it, man. I laughed my ass off. People were like, "We got annoyed with me," and I'm like, "Dude, I've waited my whole life to see this movie. Are we kidding? Are we kidding?"
Yeah, yeah, that really just ruined it because it was late. That was just lazy to me. It was like, come on, because I'm just not a fan. Maybe having everything planned perfectly one time, I can deal with that. But he had everything perfectly orchestrated and planned twice, so it was just it's just lazy to me. It's like, come on, man. Like can my man have a little bit of a challenge? Can he have a little bit of help? But yeah, no, that was I'm glad that you pointed that out in that regard, just in terms of all these people teasing the Star Wars movies. So and now that you say that, it does kind of seem like they're just talking out of their
I'm
ass. I'm
putting
putting everything
everything
I
I
have
have
into it.
into it. Yeah, you're putting everything into what? This
Right.
interview that you're doing for Geek Tyrant right now? Get out of my face, Sean.
Yeah. Yeah. No. That. Yeah. I could definitely see from that perspective. Um, how it never comes to fruition, because Star Wars is like, I think one of the biggest things about Star Wars, like people who are more familiar with the full Star Wars universe, um there's a lot of potential for it. Oh, my bad, I got you up here.
It's okay,
It's
man.
all good, it's all good, right? It's all good. I just
Love
forgot to
being on
switch like
display.
that, right?
No,
It's
you're
all
right
right.
though. I think that that's a double-edged sword though. Like people get excited about Star Wars because of all of the stories they could tell you, and then the double edge of it is you kind of build up expectations in your brain as to the story you think they're going to tell you and what you want to hear. And then oftentimes, I say it about Dragon Ball every single day of my life. The target audience for Dragon Ball is 10-year-old boys in Japan. The target audience for Star Wars, very similar target demographic, except like in America and honestly, like every country across the world, Star Wars is a phenomenon. But yeah, I think people need to, especially angry fanboys, they need to kind of temper expectations and show the hell out
Yeah,
every once in a while.
yeah, yeah, really, for sure. um but I think, especially after what we saw at the end of the fifth episode of Ashoka, I think that they're, especially with Dave Filoni, I think that, okay, they're gonna push some stuff in here. They're really gonna put in some effort, because there's so much they can do with it. I'm sitting here thinking of a couple of Darth Maul novels where my man's goes to prison on purpose. He goes to prison on purpose, and it's just, it's gangster, man. They don't know that he's a force user and all of that, and he's in there trying to get information for Palpatine. It's just cool as hell. And then there's another Darth Maul book, and then they got the Old Republic shit. You know what I'm saying? When Yoda wasn't even around yet. They got all of that. It's just so many different directions that they can take it. Now, One Piece. I was so certain that the live action was gonna suck. I haven't seen it yet. Um, but apparently we need to watch it, because we've heard many people, and you said that on the plane back you were checking out a guy
Wasn't
watching it
checking
on
out a
Netflix.
guy, but I just so
Well,
happened to get up to
yeah,
take a
there you
piss.
go. Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
when I did, I saw over his shoulder he was watching a cool fight scene on his phone. I was like, what the hell is that dude watching? That looks cool as hell. And maybe this is my casual racism coming out. I don't know. It happened to be an Asian dude, and I thought maybe it was a kung fu film. Okay.
Yeah,
But I took like an extra second and I was like, oh shit, that's a fight scene from the new One Piece series. That looks good as hell.
yeah.
Everybody
Oh, I
I've
forgot
talked
about
to in my Super Dope community, I'll just keep it going. Everybody I've talked to in my Dragon Ball Super Dope community, I don't know if any of you guys are here tonight, but if you are, feel free to chime in the comment section here about how you felt about it. Everybody I talked to in my network of Super Dope listeners who have watched One Piece the anime and now have watched the live action series absolutely loved it. Like said it did a really not 100% faithful adaptation, because how can you do 100% faithful and have everything included in there? But it did like a nice streamlined version. I heard the casting of all the characters was really spot on. So I'm happy people have I'm happy finally somebody has cracked the code on how to make a live action anime adaptation. That's pretty big news.
Apparently
And
so, man.
yeah, well, I guess
Apparently
people are
so.
loving it.
Yeah.
Season 2.
Yeah, see, season 2 already. You know what I'm saying? And I think also that goes to show the power of just good storytelling. You know what I'm saying? Of just good writing. If you put it together nicely, it might come out well. But then again, it's like a rubber character or whatever. But here we go. Live action adaptations of anime and manga don't always go over well. No, they definitely don't, as we just pointed out.
Have you ever watched any other live anime adaptations?
I saw the Dragon Ball Z movie, which was terrible. I think I saw the Avatar movie, which was unbelievably horrible. And after that, I don't think I gave anything else a shot because I just felt like it just wouldn't do justice. One of my favorite animes is Death Note. And I didn't even want to watch the live action because I like the anime too much. And I was like, there's no way that they're going to do this as good.
I loved the anime so much that I made myself watch that Death Note movie.
Okay, a slightly different approach to the same issue.
I felt so bad for the dude playing L in that adaptation because he was trying so hard.
Wasn't he a black dude?
He was, but he was like, fuck it, I'm a black dude playing L in Seattle or whatever the hell. I'm gonna do my best to make this weird set of circumstances work, man.
And he's in a lot of movies, that guy. Well, I can't remember his name. I can't remember his name.
He was the only thing I remember thinking, like, that poor dude wants this to be good so badly. The rest of these motherfuckers are just cashing a paycheck. Light Turner. I did a whole podcast about it back then, so I kind of remember some of it, but whew. That shit was bad. And then Dragon Ball
Light Yagami, it was Light Turner.
Light Turner, yeah, and it didn't.
They changed it. Okay,
it took place in Seattle.
Yeah,
across the ocean.
Yeah. So they couldn't have the Yagami in there.
No, because what white person's gonna want to watch a show about a dude named Light Yagami and he's got white skin? I think was the thought process.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever.
And one of the somebody in here is talking about G, my man G in here, Full Metal Alchemist. That is another really good one. Parasites. That's pretty good too. I've seen that. Full Metal Alchemist is, in my opinion, one of the better ones, animes that I've seen. Really. You haven't watched that one yet, have you? The Full Metal Alchemist?
No, you're lagging a little bit, but I think you're back with me now.
Oh, okay. But no, I was just talking about the Full Metal Alchemist. I was saying that's one of the better animes that I've ever seen. Am I still lagging? We good?
Yeah, we're still lagging good.
What, like it's just
I wonder what happens if you close the One Piece season 2 website thing and if that kind of helps you restore.
Perhaps. Let me see. Oh, now we all up here.
You look like a fucking Sims character on PS3 right now.
Yeah. Well, the signal's down just a tad. You look fine on my end. It looks like it coming back up, but we'll just keep it going. I don't get it because it will probably be in and out better. Oh, now he's gone. Hold on, we got it back here. 2, 1. Here we go. Kyle is back. No, not yet. Hold on, we'll get it back in here in a sec. We gonna watch this video. We gonna watch this video for the One Piece, the renewed season. We'll check that out. See what's up with it. Yes, now you back. Now we back. Now hold on. 3, 2, 1. There's my man.
Man, I was back. I said hi to you and shit. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I couldn't see you. But anyway, here we go. We good. We'll check this out. This is like a One Piece commercial. We'll have to read it though. I don't know who this snail is.
実写ドラマ版ワンピースシーズン1いかがだったでしょうか。ネットフリックスとトゥモロースタジオと一緒に長い間制作に取り組んできました。配信された作品を 世界中の皆さんが楽しんでくれてるよ。
It's true,
Okay.
and since the beginning, they've been saying Oda's super, super involved, and I don't think anybody believed them. They were just like, "That's just to sell the show. That's just to sell the show." Apparently, he was.
I was gonna say I have to have one of these. one of these things that just moves its mouth as I speak. That this is
It's
amazing.
like a slug with a mustache, or is it a hairpiece? No, it's got to be a mustache because its eyes are above it, right?
I think it's supposed to be a hairpiece, but it's a mustache because it doesn't. Yeah, let's just keep it going. It could be either or, whatever you want it to be. That's what that hair puffy is.
Love it.
All right, here we go.
で制作陣の苦労が報われて本当に良かったと思うし、その甲斐があったと感じます。ワンピースを長年好きでいてくれている皆さん、今回初めてワンピースを楽しんでくれている皆さん、本当に
You said these are the phones?
Yeah, Galvatron says snails are phones in One Piece. So this is him talking to us through a phone in One Piece. Maybe this is what the live action phones look like in One Piece. This hairpiece mustache sort of happened, motherfucker.
ありがとうござい
Yo, this shit is funny as hell.
ます。配信から2週間、とてもいい知らせが届きました。なんと、Netflix が続編の制作を決定しました。
Yeah, they decided to renew it almost immediately.
君が来たち、実写版麦わらの一味の冒険はまだまだ続きます。脚本が出来上がるまでまだまだ時間がかかりますので、気長にお待ちください。さて、ここから先は麦わらの一味に優秀な繊維が必要になってくる気がします。ご期待ください。
Right, I have no idea.
Me either. I have no idea, but I imagine it's hinting at a One Piece character that'll be involved in season 2.
Perhaps. But yeah, this phone is great. All right, there we go. We got season 2 already going on. I don't know if I've seen Vampire Hunter.
I watched Vampire Hunter do a long time ago on VHS when I was a child, but a boy.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know if I've seen that. I feel like I might have, but I can't really recall.
It used to be on the Sci-Fi Channel a lot back in the day too. They have a few different versions of it.
Hold on. Am I thinking of? No, I'm thinking of Hellsing. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, probably.
And so we got some trailers now. But first, hold on. Let's go over this Emmy nominations list. Let's go over this Emmy nominations list and see what maybe we're familiar with and what we are not, and what we should check out. Hold up. Move this over here. There we go. So this is the full 2023 Emmy nominations. The complete list. Andor, outstanding. This is for outstanding drama series. Again, Andor, in my opinion, I personally like it better than Ahsoka because I just think it requires better writing because there's no superpowers happening. You know what I'm saying? So I like Ahsoka, but for me personally, I'm just more into, I guess, just like hard, good writing.
Yeah.
And since there's no superpowers going on, the dialogue's more important, the scenery, the settings more important. But this is just my opinion. But I think Ahsoka's awesome.
I think it's awesome that Andor got nominated in the first place, but I don't think it's beating Better Call Saul. I think Better Call Saul will walk away with that award.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's because more people watched it at the end of the day.
And also, it's like one of the most amazing like, how do you make an arguably as good television show as Breaking Bad back to back in the same universe?
Yeah.
Somehow Vince Gilligan did it.
Yeah, because Breaking Bad is definitely one of the best shows ever, in my opinion.
Some people prefer Better Call Saul over it, so
yeah,
it's crazy.
But yeah, Better Call Saul is definitely a very good show. Because what's the name? What's the dude's name?
Bob Odenkirk.
No, not
comedy
him,
god.
Giancarlo's character.
Giancarlo Stanton.
Spring.
Yeah.
He's one of the best TV villains ever.
Giancarlo Esposito. Giancarlo Stanton's like a former Yankee, I think, or former Marlin.
He is? Oh, I didn't say it right?
No. I said Giancarlo Stanton, and so I was looking for Esposito.
Oh
I
yeah,
just
okay.
said,
You just got the name mixed up.
but then they
Okay.
like renamed himself Mike Stanton or some shit. I don't
Yeah,
know. Giancarlo's not a common name. That's my point.
but Gus Fring definitely one of the best written TV villains ever.
Yeah.
The Crown, I haven't seen that. House of the Dragon, saw that. That was pretty good. Um, I thought it was pretty good at least. But yeah, I think The Last of Us that's really good. I like it at least.
I didn't watch that one. A couple people tried to get me to watch it because they were big fans of the game. They checked it out and they said it was amazing.
Yeah, the show's pretty good to me. I liked it. I really liked it a lot. Succession, haven't seen that. The White Lotus, haven't seen that. The Yellow Jackets, haven't seen that.
I want to see Succession. I think that's the one that's like about the behind the scenes at like some kind of news organization. And people say like it draws a lot of real life inspiration from like behind the scenes shit at Fox News. I'd like to see that. I could be confusing it with another show, but I think that's the show that is.
Okay. Yeah, so I can't speak to any of these, but I've seen Last of Us, House of Dragon, Better Call Saul, Andor. And I think that, I think Better Call Saul has a good chance of winning that, either that or House of the Dragon, but probably Better Call Saul because so many people watch it. But we'll have to find out. We'll have to wait and see because that's a hard one. Outstanding comedy. I don't know if I've seen any of these.
I mean, I've seen episodes of Wednesday. Abbott Elementary is hilarious. I don't understand how The Bear is nominated in comedy series. If you've ever seen The Bear, it is not on purpose funny. It's like a dramedy at best. Barry, I've never watched. I love Bill Hader. I imagine it's a fucking phenomenal show. And Ted Lasso, I've seen a few like scenes from, and I do love Jason Sudeikis. I would love to see Abbott Elementary win. I think that show is criminally underrated for how funny it is. But I bet you it'll go to the fucking Bear because it doesn't belong in that category, and they just shoved it in there.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of it, but if you're saying Abbott Elementary is a really good one, then I definitely trust.
It's got adult version of Everybody Hates Chris. That kid, I can't think of his name, Tyler something or other.
Yeah,
He did a few episodes on The Walking Dead like 7 years ago, maybe. And he's one of like the main teachers on this show. Janelle James is another one, I believe her name is. She's a fucking hilarious comedian. Like an all black school in Philly, I think, is where it's supposed to take place.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. What network is it on?
I think it's ABC. I believe it's on Hulu though to stream.
Okay, cool. Outstanding lead actor. Jeff Bridges for The Old Man. Haven't seen that. Brian Cox, Succession. Another one for Succession. Bob Odenkirk. They got to give it to Bob Odenkirk.
I hope so.
Pedro Pascal for The Last of Us. Jeremy Strong for Succession. So we got 3 up for Succession.
That's pretty crazy. Also, it's crazy that one of them is Macaulay Culkin's little brother, Kieran.
Really?
Yeah, Kieran Culkin. He was in a bunch of Macaulay Culkin movies as like super minor roles, but I hope they give it to Bob, man. He is literally like a legend in the industry and in comedy, and now he's made his niche as like one of the best serious dramatic actors in a long time. I hope it goes to him, man. On his last season of that show.
What, Better Call Saul?
Yeah, it's the last season of that show, so I hope they give it to him.
Did you see the movie Nobody that Bob Odenkirk was in?
No, but I heard that's the one where he goes through like some John Wick kind of shit with lots of fighting and stuff.
He's he's what they call an auditor, which basically means the person they send in to kill everybody. So that's what he is in this. But he tried to live a normal life, and then he gets caught up with like some Russians, and then he kills it's pretty cool. It's a good movie.
Hell yeah.
You should check it out. It's better than I thought it was going to be. My dad had me watch it. I watched it with my dad when I was in St. Louis a few weeks ago.
Nice.
Outstanding lead actress, Bad Sisters. Haven't seen it. Sharon Hogan, Melanie Linsky for Yellow Jackets, Elizabeth Moss, Handmaid's Tale, Bella Ramsey for the last. Bella Ramsey's likely going to end up being like one of those actresses that is in a lot of iconic things. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know, like she just kind of fits that, and she's been in like she's been. I mean, her first thing was the Game of Thrones that she was in. She was one of the like queens of like up in the north or something. But I think I just have a feeling that we're gonna see her in a lot of like iconic hard roles. You know what I'm saying? Because she's not gonna play like pretty girl roles and stuff like that. Yeah. She'll probably get like really serious, really difficult roles where she's playing like really dynamic characters. But we'll have to find out and see. She's a good actress to me. Outstanding lead actor, Bill Hader.
Bill Hader is one of the greatest SNL alums of all time. Jason Segel. I met Jason Segel at a gas pump once, and I think about it like once a week. It's still like one of the most awkward interactions I've ever had in my life.
Well, you had the interaction. It's all good.
I did work up the courage to talk to him, so that's all that matters. But I bet you Jeremy Allen White from The Bear wins that one.
You think so? Yeah. There's a whole lot. We're not gonna go through everything, but
I'll make picks all goddamn night. Outstanding variety special. How about Carol Burnett? 90 Years of Laughter, a television icon. Although I bet you it'll go to John Mulaney because everyone loves John Mulaney, and Olivia Munn is his wife, and she's beautiful. So I'll tell you who's not winning. Lizzo's not winning.
Yes, Lizzo's definitely not winning. Lizzo's in hot water right now. The irony of life, man. Like irony is just all over the place. But Lizzo's definitely not going to win this year. People are a little upset with her, just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she was a sister of House Stark. Okay, yes. Being now Bella Ramsey, I think she's. I expect to see her in like just whatever the biggest shows are. She'll probably have a part in it.
Yeah, man.
And then she'll be in movies and stuff.
Iconic. She's an iconic actress to be.
Now let's go ahead and check out a trailer for the new Martin Scorsese movie. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man. Somebody in Hollywood does not like Leonardo DiCaprio. Doesn't he only have one Oscar?
I don't know, man, but he looks kind of dopey in this shot right now. He's not looking very Leo-esque.
Yeah, he's looking like he's been drinking. But yeah, Leo to me is he's a phenomenal actor in my opinion. And the fact that he either has none or one Oscars, somebody don't like you, bro. Somebody does not like him.
I don't like that guy. He gets too many girls.
or something. Yeah. And as soon as they turn 25, he's like, nah, that's it.
You can rent the car now. Never mind.
He lives and breathes the red pill. He's serious about it. Killers of the Flower Moon, Martin Scorsese. Let's go ahead and check it out. This is based on a true story. Just kind of more stories of America stealing things from natives and native tribes, but
doing what we do best.
Breaking treaties, baby. Y'all can have this. Oh, there's a lot of oil on your land. Never mind. No, never mind. Y'all got to get the fuck away.
This is ours now.
Exactly, precisely.
Whose land is this? My land.
Well, our war hero has arrived. You made a good choice coming back here. Osage are the finest, wealthiest, and most beautiful people on God's earth. They outsmarted everybody. They have the say who gets the oil. Son, I got a question. You like women?
That's my weakness.
Well, we mix these families together, and that estate money flows the right direction. It'll come to us.
Shomikasi. That's how you are.
I don't know what you said, but it must have been Indian for handsome devil.
So wait a minute. It's just like, listen, Leonardo, if you bring your war capabilities, we'll let you fuck all the native women you want.
Basically.
Robert De Niro's like, hey, we need you to come enforce some treaties and shit, make them sell. But here's the thing. You can throw dick anywhere you want. Is this the premise of this film? This is awesome. Flower Moon indeed.
It seems to be in some way, man. But it's a Scorsese movie, and they got all the classics in it, man. They got De Niro. They got Leo. It's probably going to be a 3-hour-long movie. You know what I'm saying?
So long as there's no terrible de-aging. That's all I care about.
Right, exactly. But no, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing this. I think this is going to be good.
Interesting premise.
Yeah.
I work with my uncle.
You scared of him?
Oh, he's the nicest man in the world. The Osage.
Their time is over. We got to take back control of our home.
I was sent down from Washington, D.C. to see about these murders.
We have so many deaths, we've lost count.
It's just bad luck.
Seems more like an epidemic than bad luck to me.
See, man, stuff like this was just so much easier to happen before modern technology because, like, you couldn't stop people from doing this, and like just information about stuff took days to get places. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't have cameras. Like, I mean, stuff like this still happens definitely, but people overlook that the United States is an empire, bro. Bro, this landmass is huge. You were just in Portugal. Portugal's the size of like New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know exactly how big it is, but France is the size of Texas. And in terms of how we got control over all of this, you know, people talk politically about like how the United States has lost its energy independence. The United States remains the number one exporter of oil and gas in the world. And this is how we got it. You know what I'm saying? So this is how we got it.
Very important word there. Exporter. We're selling it to other motherfuckers. That's why we got none for ourselves. Yep. America first, my asshole.
Exactly. America first, my asshole. You know, we should nationalize that. But now that's a discussion we getting off topic a little bit, but not really. But yeah, man, this is how it goes down. This is how America became as powerful as it is. And this is why it is one giant landmass ruled by one federal government, because it is an empire.
Osage is dying by the enemy. Do not let them die alone.
Evil surrounds my heart.
You gotta pick a side.
I don't even know if you love me anymore.
Of course I love you.
And kill these men who killed my family.
Did your wife say who she was most afraid of?
Don't do something you're gonna regret for the rest of your life.
Ooh.
Look, if they saying this is the best performance of his career, then he's going to play the fuck out of that part. Because, man, Leo, man, look, even when Leo's in bad movies, I've always thought, like, he is always good in the movies that he's in. But, yeah, we got to see that because, yeah, I mean, in my opinion, Leonardo DiCaprio is one of the best actors in the world.
When is this fucking dropping? October, exclusive
next month
in theaters.
In the theaters, baby. You got to go to the show. You got to go to the cinema to see it. BS.
Yeah, he doesn't deal with that streaming bullshit. That's not cinema,
right?
Or whatever.
Exactly. But yeah, no. In my opinion, Leonardo DiCaprio is one of the best actors on the planet.
I'm excited to see that. That movie looks very, very cool.
Yeah. I think it really does look good. All right, so we got some more trailers, but first, hold on. Let's go to this real quick. Now, what do you think about this? Do you think that this is going to happen?
Oh God, I hope so. This is another one of those things that they've been talking about for a long time since the Han Solo origin movie came out. I think if Donald Glover is involved from a production perspective, if him and his brother are really writing this movie, it has the ability to be one of the most unique, most awesome Star Wars movies ever. I put 100% full trust into Donald Glover's creative ability.
Yeah, he is
actor, writer, comedian, musician. That dude can do whatever the fuck he puts his mind to. Straight
he's like
up.
Jamie Foxx. He's like
I think he's better than Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, he's like a younger, perhaps better Jamie Foxx. But yeah, no, he's definitely another one of the guys in the industry. It's like, you know, because you don't really know how to identify him. He first came out making music, but I agree. I think if he does write this, it'll turn out pretty good. Some old clip of Joe Rogan right here.
Oh, you never watched Joe Rogan yell at Carlos Mencia on stage? It's hilarious. You steal jokes. You steal material.
No, I don't think I saw it. I've seen him talk about it, but I haven't actually seen it. But let's check this out. A Star Wars story. Han meets Lando clip.
You see, how'd you guys let me beat you on that one? Come on. There's no liars in this game. Just players.
The seat taken?
I haven't seen this movie. I need to watch it.
It's fun. I mean, the kid who plays Han Solo did his absolute best. He's not Harrison Ford. Who can be Harrison Ford? nobody. But dude, Donald Glover does a good job embodying the essence of Lando. He's not Billy D, but he gets the essence, I think.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out. I gotta watch several other shows too. But first, I gotta finish Andor. I think that has 12 episodes. I'm on episode 5. After this, I'm actually gonna watch an episode. But I'm excited, man. I'm because I was late to how awesome Star Wars is, and I found out how awesome Star Wars is from the books. That's where I found out how good this shit was. I was like, whoa. And there's so much to choose from. Look, man, listen. I'll just tell you right now. Read Plagueis or listen to Plagueis, the audiobook. The story of Emperor Palpatine's rise and his master. It's just an excellent book. Check that out.
Galvatron in the comments mentioning Lando sex robot. Yes.
He has a sex robot?
That is, I mean, it's a robot, and the boundaries of their relationship is questioned a bit during that film, and I think it is pretty. You can draw a pretty strong conclusion to the idea that Lando fucks robots. But like, hey,
we got needs, man. We all have needs, and look, we fuck ourselves when we're not fucking other people. So
why not a robot? Especially
why not a robot? I mean, they got them now.
Me.
Right, they got them now, and in the Star Wars universe, you can really get some real or some affection that feels real. You know what I mean? So let's continue. But now I extra got to watch it because he got a sex robot, and y'all are pretty much on the same page with thinking that that's what it was. So now I have to watch it.
Nobody's in the seat that I ain't taking from.
The sex droid. There we go, Galvatron. The sex droid. There we go.
You're right.
So this is Sabak?
Sabak.
Sabak. Got it.
You played before?
A couple times, yeah.
Captain Lando Calrissian.
Han Solo.
Looks like you're having a good day. I'm a lucky guy.
Can I ask you a question, Captain Calrissian?
Anything, Han?
It's Han, but that's okay. I heard a story about you. I was wondering if it's true.
Everything you've heard about me is true.
Yeah.
All right, man. That's how cool is that too? I mean, there's no chance. And look, even when you feel like you're onto something big, there's no way in hell George Lucas ever really thought or really figured that Star Wars would be as big as it is. I mean, I'm sure he dreamed big, of course, but like Star Wars ain't going nowhere.
Nope, it'll be here long after he's dead and gone, man.
Star Wars ain't going nowhere, man, and that's just like that's interesting. And two, because again, like it gets bigger to the point where it's like it's not just you writing it. You got all these other writers. Timothy Zahn with the books that we discussed before, the Thrawn books, and it looks like Thrawn. We about to see Thrawn in Ahsoka. He's getting ready to show his face again. Well, the first time on cinema in any type of way. But Dave Filoni, though, everything that I've seen him do, I've liked, and I know like I haven't watched Clone Wars, the series. I know I need to watch that. I've read a lot. I've read some of the books, and that's really what got me into it. But I need to check that out. So,
yeah, Dave Filoni is a mega fucking nerd, and I think he has some of his own weird shit that he's trying to weave into Star Wars. That I like some of it. There's like some wolves and shit that I'm not really into. Like, why do you like wolves so much? That's weird. He strikes me as the type of dude who'd have one of those shirts from Walmart with like 3 wolves howling at the moon and like an
I didn't even know
flag in the distance
with the art with the what's it called?
Yeah, he always has the fedora on.
Yeah, the archaeologist hat.
Yeah, he looks like Indiana Jones wannabe with that motherfucker. He never is home without it.
And maybe he has a one-man wolf pack. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what it is.
I mean, that kind of explains a lot about how much of a nerd he is. I have to imagine he spent a lot of time alone as a kid just ingesting Star Wars content, and now he's like, I'll show them. I'm gonna put wolves in everything.
Hey, I feel that, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we awesome. We awesome nerds, and shit, sometimes you got to be alone a lot. So I definitely feel it. At least he made it work for himself,
Yeah.
You got to turn your pain into success the best that you can. All right, now I can't lie. I'm not going to see this movie.
Yeah, I got to be honest with you. Could not give a fuck less about Aquaman. Could not give any less of a fuck.
like literally, like when as soon as I pulled this up, I was like, oh, I don't care about this at all. But we should still check it out. You know what I'm saying? Because just in regards to, again, we'll check out the trailer at least. I almost certainly won't watch this.
Sure.
Movie. But you know, the DC reboot. What's the name? Who's rebooting it?
James Gunn.
James Gunn. Yes, the reboot. I really hope that it's good because DC is so good, man. DC is so good.
I was thinking
like
about
DC.
this. I was thinking about this the other day, man. Like, why have I always resonated with Marvel more than DC? And I think I might have come across at least a little bit of an answer.
I'm interested to hear this, man. Tell me, because I resonate more with, or I just like DC more than I do Marvel. I'm interested to hear this.
I think until this thought the other day, my thought process always was the characters seem a little bit more like real people and less aloof than some of the characters that we have in DC, like say a Batman or a Wonder Woman or something.
Okay, we got to we got to dive deeper into this. This is what this what this channel's all about. We got to dive.
One of the biggest. Where'd I go?
My bad. I pressed the wrong thing. My bad, y'all.
You can't just cut me off mid-thought, man.
You said something. I disagreed with you, so it's time for you to go.
Get the hell out.
We have a different opinion, so just.
I think the other thing is, like, I was driving through New York City, and I was thinking to myself, like, this is where Spider-Man lives. This is where the Fantastic Four lives. I'm like, I guess also like Gotham is supposed to be like an allegory for New York, or maybe Metropolis. I don't know. But it's like,
Isn't Metropolis in Kansas?
No, I don't think so.
Isn't it supposed to be?
I honestly
that's where
think
he's from. That's where he's from.
That's where he's from. Yeah. I think Gotham is supposed to be like New York City. I think Metropolis is supposed to be like Minneapolis or something. I don't even know. I think it's like directly north of Kansas, like the next biggest city. Maybe it's Chicago. Who fucking knows? Who cares? My point is, I'm getting my point here. It's tougher to relate to those DC characters for me sometimes because they do not occupy the same world that the Marvel characters do. The Marvel characters are here on Earth. I mean, obviously they have like fictional countries like Wakanda and Latveria and stuff like that, but I don't know, just knowing that like Spider-Man is supposed to be hanging out in New York, it makes me think about Spider-Man when I'm going through New York, you know.
Now, real quick, I knew that the chat had to be off. We can't see what they've been saying in the chat because it cuts off. It cuts off sometimes.
I just thought people lost interest in our bullshit.
Oh no, the last one we see is the Galvatron saying, "Excuse me, sex droid." But no, they continued down. I was like, oh no. But now sometimes that happens. It's all good. But if there's anything important, I'll be sure to catch it.
Got it.
But yeah, I personally, I feel like that's an answer you came up with because you couldn't decide which one you like better.
Oh no, I could have decided like Marvel more. Yeah, without that.
We mighty mow it. So like. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what the outcome would be. That's just it. It just resonates.
And I say this as a person who was supposed to be named after Superman. I was supposed to be named Cal, but now I'm just Cal.
Now you're just Cal. You're not Cal. I'm just Cal.
Yeah.
There we go. Did Eric Cartman? Cal, shut up, Cal.
Dude, I get that shit all the time. Cousin Cal. I got that all the time.
Hey, Cal.
All the time.
Oh man. But I personally, I like DC better. I mean, I love Marvel too. I just maybe because I just really like Batman. I think that probably would just be it. Because when I really think about it, there's not really a better reason than that. You know, I mean, like I watch because my dad and also my dad really likes DC more. Like, so I grew up watching like all the Justice Leagues, which were great. Like, remember the animated series, the Justice League Unlimited. You know what I'm saying?
Justice League Unlimited, I think, is one of the greatest DC animated shows, and they have a lot of amazing animated shows.
Yeah. Justice League. I'm saying, dun, 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 dun,
dude. I think what's the one I'm thinking of? Unlimited is like Unlimited has the theme song that makes me want to fucking run through a wall. It's like, yeah,
it is more like that. Yeah, it is something like that. Yeah, that is right.
Put it on right now.
There we go. We voiced it out perfectly. That's exactly it right there. Yeah, the first one I did was the Justice League, and the one you just did, that was the Unlimited. And then at the end, it's like dun, 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 dun. Yeah, and then you just go on off into the sea.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I just Carlos Madrid in here just said Batman's superpower is plot armor.
He's not wrong. He's like, he's the smartest and the richest, and he worked the hardest off screen. That is Batman's superpower. Let's be real.
Yeah, definitely. Well, yeah, definitely plot armor because he's a human. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, but I think, I mean, realistically, it has to be. I guess my influence was heavier with DC growing up, and also I just like Batman because he's crazy. He's fucking crazy. Batman is crazy.
Yeah,
he got
certifiably insane.
He got problems, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just interesting to watch this man really fight himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, just fight against himself, and like, you know, as he keeps himself in that, and then like throughout a lot of the stories, you know, you see like the different Robins who like part ways with him because they're like, he's fucked up, man. Like he's too like, because his interpersonal relationship skills basically are non-existent.
Yeah, you see that with Dick Grayson a lot before he leaves to go to Bloodhaven and become Nightwing. I mean, Jason Todd, what the fuck happened to that guy? Beaten to death with a crowbar for 25 years. That was sick. Tim Drake, I think, is still maybe Robin.
Isn't that Batman's son?
Oh, like, Damian Wayne. Yeah, Damian Wayne. Damian Wayne is Robin now.
So there's
Tim Drake. I think Tim Drake's name is now Red Drake, I think, which is stupid as hell. Because if it's like your code name, your superhero code name, and you're doing it to protect your secret identity, maybe don't use the last name of your secret of like your secret identity as the name for your superhero.
Yeah,
that makes zero sense to me. But all the stuff you just said about Batman, the yin to that yang, is Superman. And I love Superman so much. And I think he is a person who has a lot of reasons to maybe feel in similar sort of ways, like feel like he's battling himself and feels like he's an outsider to the world or whatever. And he just isn't that unless the person writing for him is Zack Snyder, in which case Superman kind of has like his Batman dour fucking face on the whole time. And it's like, this isn't what Superman is about, man. He's like bright, hopeful, cheery, upbeat, is happy, always trying to do the right thing, will always want to do the right thing. Not somebody who just like fucking laments like he's Jesus Christ up on the goddamn hill on if he's too good for this planet or whatever.
Zack Snyder can suck. If there's red kryptonite going on, you know what I'm saying? Then that'll bring it out. But yeah, that I just think, and then too, like it with like the Justice League stories, you got like the other universe timelines where the Justice League is evil and Superman didn't have it. You know what I'm saying? Because I think the Joker killed Lois or something like that.
Oh, so there's a couple of different alternate storylines, like the Court of Owls storyline.
Owlman. No, that's different.
There's the Justice Society of America. They're not quite evil, but they're like an old timey sort of version of the JLA. But with the one where the Joker kills Lois, I'm sure there's a few different versions of it, but the one that it makes me think of automatically is the Injustice timeline. You ever play Injustice, the fighting game that was made by NetherRealm Studios, same studio that made Mortal Kombat?
No, I know what it is though, because they got all the characters and stuff in there, right?
Yeah, those two games are so fucking sick. Those are two of the only games, fighting games, I should say, that I actively had to play through like the story mode of it, because the cutscenes in between each of the boring ass repetitive fights at times that you have to go through, the cutscenes in the story make it so worth it. But it starts off with that, like Joker gets some of Scarecrow's fear gas, makes Superman think that he's like gonna defeat some villain or something, and then the fear gas wears off, and Superman reveals that it's revealed to Superman that he just like put his fist through Lois's stomach with their pregnant baby and he killed her. And he like flies the fucking Joker up to space and fucking murders him and goes crazy and starts like this imperial regime on Earth to protect everybody, but goes over the top mad with power. And they have to get like Batman and a few other heroes from an alternate timeline to come in and try to overthrow him. The Injustice stories are so much fun, dude. You should check those out.
I think I've seen I think the one I'm familiar with. I don't remember exactly how it happened, but I mean, like you said, there's a bunch of different stories. I remember the one where Lois ended up dying in some type of way, and then like Superman had like a white suit and stuff like that, and then there was a Owlman, and he was about to destroy all the timelines on Earth Prime. So I remember that one, but yeah, I hope that James Gunn does well with DC, because and in my personal opinion too, we got the and we forgot all about Aquaman. We got to watch a trailer.
All this DC slander I just had to come out of my mouth. Let's watch Jason Momoa squeeze into the tights one more time.
But and personally, I mean, obviously the Christian Bale movie is amazing. The Dark Knight, amazing.
Oh, Galvatron says if you have Max, there is an Injustice animated movie on there.
So. I do have Max. Thank you for telling me. I'm going to check that out because I do have Max.
DC does animated movies a billion times better than Marvel ever will. It's so fucking unfair.
Yeah, but I thought that the Batman with Robert Pattinson, because you would think Robert Pattinson is Batman, but man, that movie was fucking great. In my opinion, I thought that shit, because it was like, okay, this is Batman, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the fighting was amazing. It was dark. I thought that shit was great.
Yeah, I enjoyed parts of it. I thought it was a little self-indulgent with the scenery, how long it was. Also, I've discovered that I fucking hate Paul Dano. I thought I just hated him as the Riddler. But I've seen like clips of Paul Dano in other movies, and I'm like, nah, I fucking hate you here too. It's something about his face. I know I'm a hating ass bitch, but it's just how I feel. At least I'm honest about how I feel. Paul Dano can suck it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, look, there's no second guess, and we know what side of the fence you
Pattinson was a good Batman, though. To be fair, I thought
surprising,
he did great.
bro. Because again, like I made my dad watch it because my dad loves Batman, and he's older. He's old. My dad's 72, so he's stubborn. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be, like Robert Pattinson. I'm like, bro, watch this shit, man. And I think one of the things that made him a good Batman is you didn't see his face that much, and he didn't talk that much.
Galvatron hates Paul Dano too. Exactly. Paul Dano can suck it. I don't know what it is about his stupid face. It's like, get it out of here. I don't want to see it, especially not in a movie.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I thought Pattinson's Batman worked. That shit worked.
Pattinson's Batman was sick. I didn't love his Bruce Wayne, but I think that it was supposed to be on purpose. He's supposed to be like a young, whiny, sad kid, and he hit the nail on the head for that. So
yeah, definitely. So let's check out this trailer for a movie that I'm not gonna watch, and you probably won't either.
Aquaman. Aquaman?
Yes, Aquaman.
4 years ago, I was basically unemployed. A wanderer with no home. But now, I'm a husband and a father. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I don't know how you did it, Pops. My job was a little less stressful than yours.
Oh, we got Boba Fett in there?
Yeah, Tamara Morrison plays Arthur Curry's father in this movie.
There we go. Okay. Have you watched Book of Boba Fett? I don't think that did well.
It did not do well. I enjoyed it a lot, but I can understand people's gripes with the sequential or the non-sequential storytelling that they did in that was not very satisfying narrative flow.
I'm gonna have to check it out, but probably they won't get a second season.
The best part about Book of Boba Fett is that like 3/4 of the way through, they stop and they have Mandalorian season 2.5, and it's 2 really good episodes with like Luke Skywalker and shit. It's cool as hell.
And I have to watch The Mandalorian too.
You should watch The Mandalorian. I think that's the best Star Wars show to this point, honestly. So, in terms of total product, anyway.
All right, let's get through this trailer.
Yeah, we can do this,
so we can just move on. You know what I'm saying?
We'll move past it.
Exactly. Let's move.
Oh yeah, I finally got a job. I'm like,
hell yeah, I finally got a job.
In Atlantis. 500 million people from every known species in the sea call this place home. But that doesn't mean they all like me.
I'm gonna kill Aquaman and destroy everything he holds dear.
Hell yeah.
Black Manta, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Kill Aquaman and destroy everything he holds dear. Yeah, let's do it. Let's root for him.
I'm gonna murder his family.
Is that Nicole Kidman?
I don't know, but he's gonna murder her if it is.
Right. I thought that looks like Nicole Kidman. I don't know if it is. He said he gonna take out his whole damn family. This dude is not fucking around.
I'm gonna murder his family and burn his kingdom to
burn his kingdom.
They're gonna burn a kingdom
down.
Right.
Right. Okay. It's exactly. I guess they had to put that because you can't do it. It's interesting. I was actually watching some discussions about intelligent life and the possibility of there being very intelligent life underwater. And one of the things in terms of that, yes, they can have intelligent life underwater, but you can't light fires underwater, which basically would make it impossible to build a whole lot of like any technology. You know what I'm saying? Like fire, no electricity. But yeah, that's besides the point. But it's interesting to think like, oh yeah, I guess that is true. You can't really have fire and electricity underwater. We can't have fire at all, but electricity, it'll just go everywhere.
He must be stopped, or a global
meltdown
is imminent.
I think I know someone who might be able to help us. Ooh, you look rough.
Good job, little brother. High five.
Do not call me brother. I cannot believe you let this happen.
Yeah, well, I hate this job.
True king builds bridges, right?
True king builds bridges.
We need to find Manta.
He's different now. He's stronger than before.
It's the Black Trident. During King Atlan's time, there were 7 kingdoms. The Trident was a curse upon them all.
The Trident's dark magic is spreading.
He means to end the bloodline.
Oh, that's the dude from The Conjuring.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was him.
He means to end the bloodline.
I don't know what lies ahead, but we can't leave our children in a world without hope.
You're not as bad at this as you think. If you lead, the 7 kingdoms will follow.
Lots of CGI.
That movie looks wet as fuck, dude.
Yes, it does. Super wet movie. But yeah, no, that I'm not interested in seeing it. I'm not a big enough fan of Aquaman, and I mean, if it gets good ratings, then perhaps I'll check it out. Like when it comes out on some type of streaming thing.
I think the thing this film's gonna face an uphill battle on. Kyle Anderson, also very similar name to my own name, by the way, but it's neither here nor there. The uphill battle this film's going to face is that everyone knows this universe is going to get rebooted soon, and people aren't really sure if there's going to be a continuation of Jason Momoa's Aquaman. I hope there isn't, because since he was the villain in the last Fast and the Furious movie, I see him like clips and memes and stuff like that, and he's just like Dominic Fiorucci, and he's like this big goofy Italian fucking evil man.
Yeah.
And every time I see him, I'm just like, I've lost all respect for you. Whatever little respect I had, it's gone. You look so stupid. What are you doing?
All I ever see, well, not ever, but I see that he doesn't like work. They talk about him like not liking to work out unless he's about to be in a movie or something. I don't know. That I see them talking about that. I mean, that doesn't really matter. That's neither here nor there. But that's about all I know about Jason Momoa, other than the ladies like him and he's in movies and shit.
Aquaman and the Kingdom of Lost Oceans or whatever. Good for him.
Yes, the Lost Seas. Trailer for director David Slade's Halloween horror film Dark Harvest introduces Sawtooth Jack. Let's check this out because, Halloween is right around the corner.
Oh, boy.
It's Halloween. You know what that means.
no, pig masks fucking get me every time. I'm out.
All sawtooth.
You said a pig mask?
Yeah, man. I saw a dude with a pig mask banging some shit with a hammer. I'm scared. I'm out.
Jack is gonna rise from the cornfields. It's gotta be stopped. Kill or be killed.
You've all heard the stories. We failed at our duties, and that black dust destroyed our crops, our lives. It must die, so we can live. Your sacred duty is to take down Sawtooth Jack before that church bell rings at midnight.
You really think that's real?
I saw it. It's real.
You saw it? Did you kill it? Then let's go kill it.
Oh, all right.
You should do it. You know I'm not allowed.
Just because your brother won the run last year?
I got an idea. If that thing isn't dead by midnight, this whole town is going straight to hell!
I want to go home. I want to go home.
You think you're special?
Why are you doing this?
If you're born in this town, you're cursed. I'm ending this. Tonight.
It ain't over.
I can't really tell what's going on.
Yeah, I'm fine with some kind of demon in the town. If you're born in the town, you're cursed. The demon's gonna come kill you. I would see this shit. I like.
It looks kind of. I can't tell what's going on, but it looks like it looks like it could be a fun movie.
Yeah, exactly. I like some fun, campy, low stakes. Horror movies that I can just turn my brain off a little bit and just have fun with.
Yeah, but remember we looked over this one before, and this one.
Oh, Rebel Moon does not fit
God.
that. Does not fit that criteria.
He's not making it.
Do you think Zack Snyder was very upset they didn't offer him a Star Wars film? Because I think the trailer for Rebel Moon is evidence for yes.
I think so. I mean, what was it? They got everything is going on in this. So much to the point it's like just a kid's dream or something. But yeah, I don't think he's gonna make a second one because pretty much everyone that I've seen has been like, wasn't the trailer like 5 minutes long?
Yeah, it was the Zack Snyder. It was the Zack Snyder cut of a fucking trailer. It was like,
bro, like that shit was like 5 minutes long. He was like, you were talking about how you're gonna make a second one, and it
was a minute for each hour of the film represented in the trailer.
Exactly. All right, now we got one more, and I think you commented on the Wes Anderson, didn't you?
I don't think I did. Did I? I don't know.
Or you said, well, I don't know, maybe it was something that you had sent to me. You were commenting on something, but we got one more trailer. We got one more trailer for the evening to check out, see if maybe this will be good.
Low stakes.
All right. First trailer for Wes Anderson's adaptation of Roald Dahl's The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar. I don't
books did Roald Dahl right? That's my first question. Second of all, can we confirm this is a real story he wrote? Because it sounds super fucking made up.
The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar?
I guess it sounds just as made up as James and the Giant Peach and shit like that, though. So I'll shut my mouth.
Right, we'll see what's up. Benedict, what's the name? Who does he play in the DC?
Benedict
Dr.
Cumberbatch
Strange.
plays
Is it Dr. Strange?
Dr. Stephen Strange.
Yes, Dr. Stephen Strange. All right, let's see what's up. Cumberbatch.
What did I say?
Good evening, Mr. Sugar, said the man behind the desk whose job it was to never forget a face.
Henry Sugar was 41 years old, unmarried and rich.
Strange. The following is what Henry read in the little blue exercise book.
Gentlemen, I'm a man who can see without using his eyes.
He saw it, I cried. He saw that trolley. This is absolutely unbelievable. I was flabbergasted.
This is a terrific piece of information. This could change my life.
An extraordinary thing happened.
All at once, he sees through his own skin. Like an X-ray, only better, he sees everything. Henry was now almost certainly capable of making money faster than any other person in the entire world. Interesting.
His name was Henry Sugar. I think people ought to know a bit about what he has done for the world.
Hell yeah, Henry. The fuck you did?
We're gonna have to find out whatever he did. But what do you call I guess the cinematography looks pretty interesting, just the way it's filmed and
Yeah,
everything
I
like
think
that.
it looks like a Wes Anderson movie. Not that I can say. I honestly don't think I've ever watched a Wes Anderson movie in its entirety, which is a complete failure on me as a person at this point in my life. But it looks similar to how his other movies look, but like kind of ramped up a little bit from the graphics department, CGI department. I don't know. I'm not skilled enough to be able to speak what's different about it, but there's a piece of it that does seem a little bit more less grounded in reality and more pushing toward that digital aspect of production. So
Yeah,
looks interesting.
yeah.
Plus Benedict Cumberdick, good for him.
Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying? He does well. But yeah, no, man, I had a good time. That's everything that we have to review. I'm gonna watch another episode of Andor this evening. And
Oh, you gotta watch Andor. What do I gotta watch? I don't think I have time to watch Andor between now and then. I think I'm just gonna stick with Ahsoka. Maybe I can figure out Andor after the fact in the off season.
well, it's already out. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
you can get around to
I
it. But
catch it, I can binge it. Yeah,
I really do think that you're gonna like it. Yeah, especially as it picks up because it's just well made. It's just interesting. But
candidly, dude, I think I feel myself getting old lately. Like even during Ahsoka the other day when she's doing that shit at the end with the whales, I'm like, what?
you just nodding off. You
Man, this
watch
is
it in a
pretty
certain
cool.
time.
I can't believe she's about to. I think I was old now, man.
Yeah. But nah, man, I had a good time this evening. We'll get these clips out. I'll chop them up tomorrow. And
Yeah, man. We'll
next
talk
week,
about Lando, sex droids, other Star Wars stuff, Ahsoka,
trailers, you feel me? All of
hidden
that.
trailers, why we
And
like DC Marvel. But it was
yes,
cool having all the chat hang out with us
yes,
for the night and planning to do this again next Thursday, right?
yes, indeed. We'll do this again next Thursday. I got the membership programs dropping tomorrow. Looking
Woo.
forward to that. And we'll continue to get more sophisticated and organized. And appreciate all of y'all for joining us this evening. I'll be on streaming tomorrow and I'll be on the power panel tomorrow night. I'll be on the first hour. I typically am on the second hour. So y'all have a fantastic rest of the evening.